What is up, guys? MACABESPEED coming at ya. Great episode today in the tale of two 30 cals. We've got the Terminator 30 cal, courtesy at Terry Fox at Fox Air Power, as well as a Challenger Pro, also in that 7.62mm 30 caliber variety. Great stuff out here on the range today to answer one question. If the way things are suddenly ceased to be, and darkness fell upon us in the form of the end of the world apocalypse, what would be your bug-out rifle of choice? Would it be the slower follow-up shot version of the side lever action Challenger Pro, or would you go for the larger round count of the bigger magazine semi-automatic Terminator 30 caliber? I think it's a very valid question and one we're going to address today in its entirety. I have an absolute plethora of tests that I want to go ahead and run these rifles through today. We are going to go ahead and start with the most basic thing that I can think of. What's the energy like between these two platforms? We're going to start with a full fill on both, and we're going to go all the way through the entire first magazine and see exactly what kind of energy each one of these spits out at the business end. That's going to baseline us as far as knowing how effective this is going to be feeding me in the end of the world scenario when grocery stores are no longer applicable, as well as defending me if it comes down to it from any threat I see, four-legged or otherwise. Without wasting any time, let's set the cronny up and see exactly what we get out of this Terminator 30 cal first, followed closely by the Challenger Pro. First up today, we got the Terminator, and I'm going to be feeding it these red tip terrors, the Predator Polymags. The Polymags have done exceptionally well in this rifle before, not only as far as their terminal impact in the ballistic gel episode that we saw previously, but also in their accuracy out to at least 50 yards. Let's see what this fiber optic can go ahead and generate for us as far as accuracy on the 25-yard target, as well as the energy from this first magazine. I don't really feel like I need hearing protection for this specific rifle. It is shrouded, it is quieter by far than my S45, and that's what I've been shooting with all day, which is why I had my ears on. Very silky. I will say this, the Terminator is just a more refined package than some of the other semi-autos that I have previously seen from AEA. It's just smoother. Left side target, fire. 3 o'clock position, 995 with a Predator Polymag weighing 44.95 grains. (1,005 feet per second). Duplicate. 1,022 feet per second. We are approaching butt naked speed. (1,019). (1,022). Cooking these things out of the barrel. 1,016. 997. 1,007. 1,000. If my eyebrows are way up here, it's because I am absolutely shocked that this deep into the first mag, we're still seeing four-figure velocities. 986. Empty. Exemplary performance. Exemplary performance. Absolutely flawless as far as the cyclic method is concerned. No hang-ups. I didn't have to push it. I didn't have to force feed it. This thing just ran. Really strong performance from the 30 caliber Terminator right there with those Predator Polymags. We do have the Challenger Pro set up, and I've got these NSA slugs loaded up instead of the Polymags. This is a slug gun. I do want to take advantage of that, but I want to keep the weight similar. These started out as 49.8 grains and ended up about 50 grains after I powder coated them. Let's see what we do on the board. Once again, we'll be utilizing only iron sights on this guy. And if you have eyes, I think you can see how cool this rail kit looks on this rifle. This one really fits. Fire. God damn. 1,026 feet per second with a 50 grain projectile, and I do think I'm at the top of the target. (1,009 feet per second), and that's actually a lot louder than the other one. (1,009 feet per second). Do I have a slug in there? I hope so, good Lord. (1,023), so we did have a slug. Better safe than sorry. I hate double feeding stuff. (1,015). (1,017). (1,016). Last one. (1,018). So we're seeing an average deviation of less than 5 feet per second. Really good, and it speaks to this regulated rifle. After that first magazine, this is where I'm at as far as my main tank pressure is concerned, and this is where my regulator is sitting. Terminator has used up approximately 1,200 PSI, dropping to about 24 or 2,500 PSI from the 3,600 I had it filled at initially. We've gone ahead and nailed down exactly what kind of horsepower each one of these rifles is going to be making at the very top of its fill in the first magazine. Also, we've gone ahead and dictated that we're going to be able to hit a 12x12 square with no optic whatsoever on top of these platforms, which does make it viable for those end-of-the-world scenarios where, once again, the grocery store is just not applicable for batteries for optics, or in some cases, optics themselves. You won't have the Amazon special when it comes to ordering $1,000 worth of HoloSun. Just might not apply in those end-of-the-world scenarios. Alright guys, quick interlude for you today. If you want to win this badass tri-rail for a 30 caliber Terminator, all you have to do is text WINNER in the comment section below. Subscription is necessary to this channel, so be subscribed. You gotta like this video, and you gotta drop that comment WINNER, W-I-N-N-E-R, in the comment section below. I do have the analytics on all these things, so don't try and cheat your way into a victory for this, but we are giving this thing away for absolutely no money. Take care of everything you need to do to get yourself entered, and get yourself in the running for this badass tri-rail. Back to the show. So now at this point, we've gone ahead and we've moved our cameras and we've moved our targets out to the 50-yard mark. I do think that I'm zeroed in close enough to be able to develop a decent group with this optic, and I'm ready to just go ahead and give it hell for you guys. Let's see what happens. Just works. Zoom. Focus, son, focus. All right. Lock it down. Trying to see which would feed me better between the Challenger Pro and this rifle at 50 yards. Starting. Fire. So we're off to the right just slightly. We're going to hold it and group it. I think I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quick 0 so that we make a good showing at 100 instead of a piss poor showing at 100 after a mediocre one at 50. Seems good. Probably going to shoot a bullseye. Start my recording. See if I'm full of shit or not. Good enough. Empty, but I had a big smile on my face squeezing the trigger for a dry fire. I only get that kind of a smile when I know I'm performing at a level that's typically not seen on my channel. This is a good day for this rifle, as well as for my hopes and dreams at the 100-yard distance. Let's move our camera, load up another magazine, and see what happens. Alright, so we're getting to that point in the day where the glare is gonna crush me. Gotta go ahead and get my special Cinco de Mayo week hat. Shout out to the true settlers of California, and ready to rock and roll at 100. Start my recording for you guys. Get myself a little bit better level of focus. And then go ahead and just try and aim at the top one and give myself some fall for the holdover. Fire. Pretty standard with what I'm seeing with all the other ballistic testing I've done over the last 52 or so weeks. Seeing about a 12-inch drop from the 25-yard sight-in distance that works well at 50 yards out to that 100-yard distance. That's what happens when you just don't have that high-end velocity that firearms bring to the table. It really does start to lob it in over a certain distance, and you're going to have to know your ballistic trajectories. Decent. Hole on hole. This is working good. Terry, did you test this before you sent it out to me? Is this a special one? Because this one's working, my guy. This one's just working. Empty on the magazine, but honestly, for my skill set, for this distance, for this ammunition and a semi-automatic PCP, I'm extremely impressed. I think that this is probably going to be a tough order for the Challenger Pro to go ahead and replicate these kind of results. No, I'm talking a lot of shit right now based on the fact that this is an unregulated semi-auto versus a regulated side lever, but for my own skills, I'm telling you, I'm going to be hard pressed to go ahead and beat something like that. So for my own money, from what I see so far, I almost feel like the large magazine count on the semi-automatic platform with the ability to potentially add a rear tank might be my better World War III rifle. Let's see how the accuracy plays out for the Pro. Hell yeah. That was 15. Yeah, who loads a 30 rounder half wet? All right, we've got our scope re-zeroed for our secondary platform. We've got our 50 grain NSA powder coated rounds loaded up, and we're all moved out to the 50-yard distance. Let's go ahead and see if we can't put together a competitive showing. Guess what we just saw happen with that 30 caliber Terminator from Terry Fox. Terry, I can't tell you how much of a good day you're contributing to me having on the range today. Thank you very much, brother. You're a gentleman and a scholar. All right. Focus, focus. Zoom, 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 zoom. Decent. Same hole. One-inch group. Looking good. Pulled the hell out of that one. Footage here. Focus, focus, focus. Fundamentals. Better. Empty. Empty. Very, very, very good to see there at that point. I'm not going to go ahead and load this mag till I move my camera, but very cool to see a 50-yard group develop like that from the Challenger Pro. Let's go ahead and run it all the way out to the 100-yard distance and really round this test out. See what happens at 100. Do we go over? I think I might have gone over the target. I honestly have no idea at this point. I tried so hard to zero for you guys. I think I see where I'm hitting. It's right there, ain't it? So that means that this first shot was like right there, which also makes sense. Let's see if I can Kentucky wind it just into a bullseye. Okay, so over that much, and then up this much. Bullseye, right? Middle target bullseye. Oh, because math. Because math. CEA, for a dumb kid, I get stuff right every now and again. I mean, I know a broke clock is right twice a day, but I mean, look at that. That's basic math that it connects. That's the kind of math it's going to take to survive the end of the world, gentlemen. Let's see if we can't put it on it. Exactly. A little bit low that time, but still. Those end times are really going to require resourcefulness, and it looks like that Kentucky windage skill is going to be just as important as the rifle you bring to the table. No matter what you choose to go with, be it the semi-automatic Terminator or the Challenger Pro, if you find yourself in the end time scenario, I definitely think that you're going to have success if your skill set and training is up to par. It's absolutely imperative that you guys keep in mind one of the key facts when it comes to being an armed citizen. Just because you possess a firearm or an air rifle rifle, it is not mutually exclusive to your success in an engagement. Only your training is going to dictate that fact. I think it's going to be a great place to go ahead and end today's episode, but if you like today's episode, give it a thumbs up. You want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe for more with that notifications button so you can stay current on the channel as well as when these videos come out. If you really like this content, make sure you share it so somebody else can see it. And I'll catch you boys in the next one.